Hello, this is Tim Campbell with Action Coach Business Coaching with my Survive and Thrive Business Spotlight series. The purpose is to interview local business owners to get the word out about them through my social channels and email database. This is a free service I'm providing to support the local businesses because if we save every business, we save the economy. Today, I have the pleasure of talking with Jim with Whistle Media. Welcome, Jim. It's great to have you on the program today.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks. I think this is great that you're doing this.
Well, let's jump in. Why don't we start with you tell me a little bit about yourself and your business?
So I am a born and raised Hoosier, grew up in Southern Indiana and graduated from Ball State with a degree in marketing. Spent the majority of my career in IT and telecom, all of it in sales and marketing, and had an opportunity to be really on the other side of digital marketing, in charge of sales and marketing for an e-commerce distributor for voice over IP, phones and phone systems. So I learned a lot about it from sort of the buyer side. And that's what Whistle Media does. We are, in addition to building professional websites optimized for SEO, we also help businesses sort of navigate those waters of online marketing and advertising. So a lot of our customers have been, throwing money and time at their online efforts, whether that's SEO, Google ads, Facebook and LinkedIn campaigns, social media content, really not getting the results they're looking for, or not really sure even how to track those. And that's sort of where we come in and say, okay, we can help with that. We can make sure you're spending your money the right way. Strategy matters, content matters, and that's what people really see when they hire, a company like Whistle Media.
Fantastic. And how long have you been in business for yourself, Jim?
So Whistle Media is coming up on 1 year at the end of this month. So it is brand new. As I mentioned, though, I was on the other side of things for a while. So what I did when I started the company was I went and reached out to people who I knew were really good at this stuff. Okay. So the experience on my team is great. I have a guy who has been doing SEO since before that was even a term for it. They made up this fancy term, search engine optimization. He was getting websites ranked on Google before that was a term.
Yeah.
But as far as Whistle Media, in this month, 1 year.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
And certainly, yeah, I definitely understand the preface of, hey, it's only been a year. However, you've been in this industry your entire career. And that's a critical thing to be communicating to potential clients, right? It's not just the 1 year experience, it's the multiple years experience of both yourself and your staff. So appreciate you sharing that with me today.
Yeah, absolutely.
So who do you serve? Really, who is your best client? We call that a target audience.
Sure, absolutely. And it's more on the stage of the business than, say, a vertical in a specific industry. So what I've found is there are companies, when you're starting out a business, similar to hiring a CPA, right? You start a business, you do your own QuickBooks, you're doing all of that. Then eventually you grow and you say, I can't handle, I don't want to do all of my accounting, or I don't want to do this. So we find those companies they know it's important. It's kind of all my competitors are doing this. We need to be on the front page of Google. We need to be out there. We need to have good content. I've been doing it myself. My office manager's been doing it. I need everyone to get back to their jobs, and we need to hire somebody. And then you sort of take it over and a light bulb comes on for them. They say, oh, this is what it looks like when professionals do this. And that's what's really cool to see when you run a campaign for someone and they have that light bulb moment and they're really excited about the work you've done.
Sure.
This is very cool.
So not only do you do better work for them, but you also give them back their time. Did I hear that correctly? That's
a huge part of it. That's a huge part of it. More effective, spending your money more efficiently, and getting back to work, doing your job and and I mentioned the office manager because a lot of times it is, or it's someone, they say, someone in the office, well, you know Facebook really well. And, they run some Facebook ads, they don't get any results and they don't know why. So yeah, let's get those folks back to what they should be doing.
Yeah. So as a small business owner yourself and myself as well, we can certainly appreciate the benefit of getting a couple more hours a day to focus on the areas that we're experts on. So.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, hey, tell me, Jim, what's been the greatest impact that COVID's had on your business?
Well, so I will say we're fortunate in the sense that you can do this from home.
Mhm.
It's digital marketing. And in theory, it's as important as it's ever been. More people are working from home, more people are online. Um, there have been challenges. There are folks who are distracted. They have 1,000 balls in the air. They're stressing out about, and they're worried and they're concerned about making their payroll and those kind of things. So we have had some projects that looked really good that were sort of delayed a little bit. But there have been others who have come out and said, hey, I can't get in front of customers right now. My sales folks can't get customers. Can you help me reach people online? Yes, absolutely. In a sense, it's become more important than ever.
Wonderful. So tell me, what are one or two actions that you took to pivot during this time to be able to make a difference in your business as well as helping others, and what's worked for you?
Absolutely. Similar strategies I've used, if you're going to preach it, you better do it yourself. So I've been marketing online. I can't go to in-person networking groups. I've been doing a lot on LinkedIn, reaching out to folks and running LinkedIn campaigns, Facebook, campaign strategies, online marketing strategies. In doing online networking, through networking groups and so on, and have helped some other folks in my networking groups who have come to me and just said, even if we're not charging those folks because them and they're friends, and you just say, hey, here's what I would do, here's who I would target. If some people know the job title of their customer that they need to prospect, well, there's a lot you can do with that on LinkedIn. So a lot of those type of strategies, helping folks set up, profiles and things, business pages, helping people with setting up your Google My Business page. It's important. You have to going through and making sure that all the information is correct. People can find you online. Being able to find out who has reviewed your business and responding to those things people were too busy to do. Well, now you're all at home. There are certain things you don't have as much windshield time.
Yeah.
So, hey, let's go respond to all of those good or bad reviews you have online, reputation management, that type of thing. So I've been doing a lot of that type of work with people.
Fantastic. Well, sounds like overall you've been able to keep yourself busy. So congratulations about that, and happy to see that you're been able to help a number of business owners through this crazy time. So interesting question here. It's been said that smart people learn from their mistakes, and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So what mistakes have you made along the way, and how can other entrepreneurs learn from your experience?
Ooh, that is a great question. I would say one thing, and I'm not by any means the first person who's ever said this, was thinking too small. Thinking, well, this person won't, this is a huge company. I'm just started my business. Why do they want to talk to me? The space is crowded. And have gone ahead and reached out to some larger companies, maybe a marketing director, and said, hey, what can I take off your plate? Do you have overflow work? And have had a few projects here and there where they've said, oh man, do you do infographics? Well, yeah, absolutely. We've got graphic designers. I hate doing them. Can you do these for me? And it's a business that I never would have thought would, actually use a company that's newer like our company is. We do a great job for them. They say, oh man, this is wonderful. I'm going to tell 3 other marketing directors I know about you guys. And I would have never done it, and the second thing that sort of leads into that is shying away from, at first, people in my industry thinking, oh, well, that's a competitor. Why would well, you need to get to know your competitors. You can pass business back and forth. There are projects they don't want to work on that you'll gladly take. There are things you're not great at that you can toss over to them. So a lot of people do that. I think I don't want to meet with them. They're a competitor. Well, meet with them, talk to them, get to know them. Yeah. They did it for the same reasons you did, right. At one point.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. So second last question here. We have your email and website and contact information that I'll include in this post. Is there anything else that you would like to add? Any type of offer?
We do have a business recovery plan for small businesses for COVID right now. Just some ideas and thoughts on, when as this starts to ramp back up, if your business is, wow, we need a shot in the arm. There are some great ideas we have for that. So we're offering that right now. I'd love to talk to folks, whatever stage they feel like we're in this right now, and plan ahead.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I'll make sure to include that in the communication when I send this out. So last question, Jim, tell me what has been most inspiring to you in today's environment?
Ooh, inspiring. Well, obviously my family always inspires me. My daughter inspires me. She's almost 5, and her, she calls it the sick germ. But and it's crazy how much they learn even at that age. I would say the first line folks, the nurses, the doctors, the folks who get up every day, put on uncomfortable equipment, go in and and try to fight this. But now we need to incorporate the teachers into that, so and business owners who have continued to try to create opportunities for employees and working harder than they ever have, some of them for less than they've ever made, and continue to make it. So we'll get through it. We'll come out the other side. But those type of folks, I think, are the most inspiring right now.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing. This concludes the interview. I'd like to invite you and everyone listening to take advantage of my free coaching sessions that I offer folks to, help navigate through this craziness, think of ways to pivot the business and overall set the business up to come out stronger throughout this pandemic than they went into it. And this is something that I offer to everyone who is listening to this interview. So if folks would like to take advantage of that, I'll provide a link when I post this. Jim, thank you so much for your time today. It's been a pleasure getting to know you and learn a little bit more about your business.
Thanks again. Once again, thanks for doing this, Tim. I think it's a great idea.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.